Hello, everybody, and welcome to MITx MicroMasters Program in Statistics and Data Science Pathway Schools webinar series. This is our first session in the Phase 3 series. I am Susana Kevorkova, Program Manager for this program. I work alongside course faculty, Assistant Director of Education, and other members of the team to support the development and runs of the MITx MicroMasters Program in Statistics and Data Science. And before we proceed, I wanted to go over really quickly about this and cover the submission of questions. So you can type your questions related to SDS MicroMasters program in the Q&A icon located at the bottom middle of your screen at any time throughout the webinar, and we will get to the questions as soon as we can. But if we don't, please feel free to also email us, and there should be an email address on the screen. It's sds-mm@mit.edu. At this point, I will really briefly cover the IDSS. And this is, as you know, MicroMasters Program in Statistics and Data Science was developed by MITx and MIT Institute for Data, Systems, and Society. And I want to quickly introduce you to the Institute. IDSS is committed to addressing societal and complex challenges. Interdisciplinary research and advancement of education is at the core of its mission. And IDSS has been founded in 2015, and it spans across all 5 schools at MIT and sits within the College of Computing. It is supported by more than 80 core and affiliate faculty from across MIT. And IDSS faculty spent over a year thinking through and developing the structure of the MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science. And the goal was to develop it in the context of modern data science and how it, with the defining it for the future generation. So I think that the goal was well accomplished. And if you want to learn more about IDSS itself, then we invite you to visit as at idss.mit.edu. And most of you are already familiar with the MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science. I will quickly go over it as well. And as you know, this is a professional and academic credential for online learners from all over the world. And I'm proud to say that we have a representation from over all 195 countries in the world, with the credential holders representing over 50 countries. MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science is comprised of 4 online courses and a virtually proctored exam. We do have 5 courses within the programs, where 3 courses are core and required, and then we have a category of data analysis courses, which is represented by 2 electives. So the program is, the goal of the program is to provide learners with the foundational knowledge essential to understanding the methods and tools used in data science and the hands-on training in data analysis and machine learning. You would have to pass all the 4 online MIT level of rigor courses and a virtually proctored set of exams, and then you can earn the MicroMasters credential from MITx. And basically, learners who verify and earn the credential have the opportunity to pursue their growth within the educational and career path. And today we are going to talk about the various programs around the world that do offer that pathway schools, which are pathway schools. But before I jumped into that, I wanted to quickly, actually, Jeremy, if we can go back, and I'll go over the program at a glance. And just basically, it's essential that we notate that these are the courses that are made by IDSS faculty at MIT. There are 4 courses and 1 capstone exam. Each course is equivalent in length to 1 MIT semester, which is between 14 and 16 weeks of the time commitment for each of the course is similar to what we expect for on-campus students. It is between 10 to 14 hours per week. And courses are priced at $300 per course for verified learners and $1,350 for the whole program if it's purchased as a bundle. edX also offers financial aid to learners who qualify, and that's something that you can find out more about through the edX platform. And on average, we like to say that we expect our learners to complete the program within the range of time of 15 to 18 months. And here is the listing of all of the courses which represent the 4 pillar stones of data science. We have probability, machine learning, fundamentals of statistics, and then data analysis in social science, as well as data analysis, statistical modeling, and computation and applications course. And basically, the data analysis category is the one that can be satisfied through either one of those courses listed. When bulk purchasing the program, you can choose to follow the general track in social science, actually the general track or the social science track. And essentially you get to choose that. And what you learn is probability, statistics, machine learning, and then you practice applying your knowledge to solving the societal problems in the data analysis statistical modeling course. Just to give you a little more information about the capstone, it's a comprehensive exam that tests the knowledge of what you have learned in these courses. And we refer to it as one capstone exam, but it is comprised of 4 2-hour virtually proctored exams. And each exam focuses on each of the courses, but there will be questions that test your knowledge across all the courses. And we have just completed capstone recently and about to close out the grades, and have another one coming up in the spring term of 2022. Here, this is just basically a slide that shows you, sort of finalizes everything into how does the MicroMasters program work. So first of all, you need to complete and pass the set of 4 online courses and earn the certificate in it. Then you would pass the proctored exam and earn the certificate in that. And finally, having done all of this, you would gain a MicroMasters credential. And at that point, you can take your knowledge and skills and apply it to your studies and your career in the field of data science. And if you're interested in pursuing further graduate degree, there are many pathway school programs. We have 30+ programs, and this is the list on this slide here. You will see a portion of them. And what we are going to be doing today is we have representation from 2 schools, and we will be talking in detail about how they integrate the MicroMasters credential into their program. So without further ado, I will jump into presenting to you the representatives from Porto Business School and the Southern New Hampshire University. From Porto Business School in Portugal, where digital MBA, executive MBA, and international MBA are offered, we have Professor Rosário Moreira, executive MBA director, digital MBA director, and we have Professor Renata Blanc, international MBA director. And at first, I'll pass the floor on to Professor Rosário Moreira.
Thank you. Thank you, Susana. I'm now starting sharing. So we are Porto Business School. It is a school at the beautiful city of Porto. I and Renata, we are part of the academic direction of the MBAs. So I'm briefly presenting myself. I'm professor at PBS, also at Faculty of Economics. I'm a researcher at one of the largest institutes of Portugal, that is in ESCTEC, in the areas of supply chain, operations, and management control. I want to thank Tracy Tan, my first contact actually, for this partnership. And I want to thank Lou and all the team for this invitation. It is a pleasure actually to be here on behalf of BBS. And let me, before passing the word to Renata, let me just show you what we try to do every day in our school. Actually, it is to transform students' lives and make change happen.
Life is about change. Questions are the answers you need. Question everything. Embrace risk and defy the status quo. Explore the unknown and go where you've never been before. That's it. Take the lead. Seize the opportunity and jump. Wait. Do you think this is extreme? Extreme is knowing what's coming and still do nothing about it. So ask yourself, are you ready to make change happen?
Make change happen.
So now, Renata, can you
Yes,
have the floor?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. So in the name of the International MBA of Porto Business School, it's a big pleasure to be here today. My name is Renata Blanc. I'm also a professor at Porto Business School and at the Faculty of Economics of Porto, where I teach areas like problem solving and decision making, entrepreneurship, and also financial accounting and financial related courses. So it's a pleasure to be here with you today. Should we move forward, Rosário? Yeah, so we have, as we spoke, we have 3 MBAs at Porto Business School. And before we present you each of the MBAs, I would like to just to give you a brief view of what is Porto Business School. So we are the business school of the University of Porto, which is one of the most prestigious and old, let's say, higher education institutes in Europe. We are located in Porto, as the name says, which is a wonderful city. I would like to say that we've been winning the best European destination for a long time. And last week we just knew that we won the Condé Nast Best Travelers Award for 2021. So it's a beautiful country and a wonderful city. Porto Business School is in the ratings of Financial Times since 2011, and we've been rated among the best European business, the top 30 best European business schools. We are triple accredited, and we are ranked in many rankings. We have a unique DNA, we like to say that, because we are the business school of the University of Porto, but we were born from, and we are still, not kind of a formal academic institution, in the sense that Porto Business School was created by a group of companies, so big national and multinational companies that currently manage the school. So we have as an academic member the University of Porto, but then we have a lot of companies that are part of the school. This means that Porto Business School was created for the companies, was created by companies to companies, and that shows in the way we teach, and it shows a lot in the way that we run our classes that are always very business related and very hands-on, with a good relationship with all our non-academic partners with the companies. As I mentioned, we are triple accredited, and we have more than 30 years of experience. And Porto Business School exists in the charming University of Porto, where we have great climate and excellent food, very vibrant nightlife and cultural life. You have a very intense life while doing an MBA, but still a little bit of time to enjoy the city and all that's around it. The cost of living is relatively low as compared to other European countries. We are in one of the Europe's fastest tech growing hubs, with an easy connection to all major European cities. And we were best European destination in several years, as I was mentioning, also in 2021. We are also very well recognized by our Center of Business Innovation. So Porto Business School is leading in terms of innovation. We have the Center of Business Innovation, where we develop several activities and projects regarding innovation and entrepreneurship, together with the companies that are our associates. And we have 3 MBAs, the 3 MBAs. So we really believe that a master in data and statistics combined with a master in business administration. So combining the technical and more hard skills part of data with a good knowledge of management could boost your career. As you know, data is a very requested topic these days, and an area of knowledge that very requested. But what we see here is that lots of times people that have this very good solid technical knowledge, then to grow up inside the companies and to get more responsibility and better jobs, they need management knowledge. So why not, taking the time that you, after doing your master program, to also do an MBA so that you can boost your career. We have 3 MBAs, different styles with different offering. The international MBA, of which I am a director, is a 13-month program. So while doing this program, you only have to take 1 year. You can do it full time, so weekly days. So you take kind of a gap year to study and do it full time, or you can also develop it part time in 2 years. The program is fully delivered in English. Is mostly face-to-face, although we also allow students to be online in a synchronous mode. The cohort, so our students are usually 50% national and 50% international, coming literally from all around the world. So the current class, we have 2 Americans, 1 Canadian, 1 person from Guatemala, 1 person from Mozambique, 1 person from Spain. I said Canadians already, from Brazil. So we have people literally coming from all around the world. The faculty, our faculty is also very international. So for around 45% of our faculty is from Portugal, and 55% are international. 45% international and 55% national. Our international faculty comes from the best schools in the world. So we have people from Harvard, we have people from National University of Singapore, we have people from Cambridge, so we have very good, and from IE in Spain, a lot of professors. We have a very good, all our 3 MBAs have a very, what you consider an advantage, usually, which is we don't have our own faculty. So we hire faculty annually based on students' feedback. So if a professor doesn't deliver, we change that professor. So we manage to have, the best experience in class. The program total amount is 25K. Of course, if you have equivalence and you have credits recognized by MIT, you will only pay the number of the proportion to the ECTSs that you take from the program. The program has 4 terms. It starts with the fundamentals and then dives deeper until term 4, where you can choose elective courses, and also what we call the integrative term, where you do a consulting project with companies, or you can develop your own business plan. So if I take a look at it, it's like, almost all MBA programs, you start with fundamentals, like fundamentals of accounting, of economics, of problem solving, and then you dive deeper. For instance, in term 2, you already have marketing, coaching for performance, so also working a lot on your soft skills. Then on term 3, you start having, digital innovation, logistics, negotiation, strategic management. And in term 4, you have especially the courses that are more targeting more international business. So international business, international corporate governance, entrepreneurship, and a lot of electives. In the middle of that, we have 1 international week that is included in the program. It's the Berkeley Innovation Management Week. So currently we do it in Berkeley, but usually, if not Berkeley, with another good US school. And we have an additional international track that you can choose. It's not mandatory. And by the way, this is applicable to all 3 MBAs, or at least to the executive MBA, as Rosário Moreira will further explain. And there are 2 additional tracks. One is in the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and the other one in London Business School. So these 2, Berkeley is included in the fees of the program, and these 2 other experiences, international experiences, are an additional fee. And for the data and statistics and data science, we offer the equivalence to 12 ECTS credits out of the 85. So the amount of fee paid for the program is the equivalent to that. So you just have to take out 12 out of 85 ECTSs to the program fees. Rosário, do you want to explain how it works with executive and digital MBAs?
Yes, for sure. Thank you, Renata. As you can see, this is an PBS MBA experience. It means that the executive and the digital are very aligned with international. So let's take a look to the differences and to the common aspects. The executive MBA is longer than the international. It takes 18 months. It is delivered in Portuguese, but as we have, as in the international, faculty that comes from all over the world, it is also offered in English, certain courses. It is face-to-face, and it grants for 85 SCTS. In terms of cohort, as it is face-to-face on a weekly basis, it is 100% Portuguese participants. The faculty is in line, it is a PBS faculty. Usually you want to have a combination of international and national coming from the academic and the business world. In terms of investment is similar to the international MBA, although it depends on the number of credits that we grant for the previous MIT experience. What about the program? This is an MBA, so we have to start from the fundamentals, and then we evolve for the management courses, all the function areas of the company, like finance, marketing, people, operations, and other 2 topics that are mandatory for every manager. Then take the lead, design the strategy. It is on turn 3 that we have courses like strategy management, leadership, corporate strategic sustainability, innovation strategy, and international business. And in this term, we also have, actually they go together. It's a very intensive and unforgettable experience because they go from the 3 MBAs, they go together to the International Week. This year is at Berkeley. Then in term 4 is my MBA, because you can choose among several courses that I'm going to show briefly. You can choose what you like more. If you want to specialize in finance, for instance, we have a pool of courses totally dedicated to finance or operations or analytics. We are going to see it later now. So it is why we say that every student do its own MBA. Finally, in term 5, we take a look to the future. Is more vision and future, like how to build effective organizations, digital innovation, negotiation, exponential organizations, and let's say courses more dedicated to the future and to the outlook of the future. Throughout all the program, we have the support of career services as well as the international. Actually, it is shared among the 3 MBAs, the career services, a career design, where we sit with each of you and see what is your future, what you have to do for your future career. And then it is the big program where you deep dive in yourself and develop your skills, more soft skills. Also a final project that starts more or less in the middle of the program. And we also have an entrepreneurial path that is also common to the 3 MBAs. When we support, where we support the students that want to develop their own projects. In terms of international weeks, we also have the 2 optional ones. In terms of credits granted for the statistics and data science, it is similar to the international, so 12 out of 25. Let's move to the digital, and then we can take a look to all the elective courses. It is a 12 to 48 month course, so you can choose every year what you want to enroll in. It is mostly delivered in English, but we also have courses in Portuguese. It can be totally online. and face-to-face a small number of courses. Some courses that are common to the 3 MBAs, it can be attended at Porto Business School. It has 70 ACTS, and in terms of cohort, it is from all over the world, like Brazil, France, Macau, Dubai, Switzerland, and so on. In terms of faculty, it is also a combination as in the executive. The investment, 90.5 adjusts to the credits that you will be enrolled in. The journey of the students is similar. My MBA is fundamentals, manage, lead, and then disrupt. All the presential international weeks are optional. It is included an international week fully online. This year is at Berkeley, but it could also be in another university. Again, it's similar, 12 ACTS out of 70 ACTS credits. Here we have the pool of the elective courses, from innovation and entrepreneurship to finance, operations, analytics. So we can see, for instance, here, artificial intelligence strategy and applications. We have advanced finance, innovation evaluation, or family business, power and influence. So we divide it in these 5 main themes in order to make the students select the ones that they are eager for learning more. I forgot to say that in the executive...
Rosário, by saying that these electives, we know that one of the things that people want when they do an MBA is also to have networking. So the elective courses are open to all 3 programs, which means that you can enlarge also your networking of your colleagues that are doing the MBA, because you can meet people from the 3 programs, which is very appreciated by our candidates.
Yes, here in the digital MBA, we have 14 courses that are electives. It means that you actually can do your own MBA. We have everything that an MBA should contain, the finance, marketing, leadership, and so on. So term 1, 2, and 3, but in term 4 and 5, you have 14 to select among this pool of courses. Renata?
Yes, so as I mentioned briefly, the program includes, is included in the fee of the executive and the international MBA. It's included in the fee a trip to an innovation immersion program that currently is taking place in Berkeley, but in the past we also did it with Cornell or Austin, Texas. And there is an additional international track, which you can choose to do or not, at London Business School and at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. The digital MBA students, please, Rosário, correct me if I'm not wrong. The digital MBA students can also do this international week, but at an additional cost, right?
Yes, and an extra fee paying for being in person in these great international weeks.
Experience. Besides that, we know that our candidates also want to other experience during the year. I mean, doing an MBA, usually you only take 2 years out of your academic for academic purposes twice in a lifetime. When you decide to do a master full time, and we know that a lot of people also don't take it so much. And when you do an MBA, let's say when you have professional experience already, this is the second time that you strongly invest in do such a strong investment in your career. So we know that these international experiences and additional experiences are super important. So besides Berkeley and additional international track, we also offer our students the option to participate in international case competitions, and we provide training for that. And Porto Business School has great track, a great performance in international case competitions. We've won the John Molson International Case Competition in Canada. We've participated last year and also won among 85 schools the global case competition that was run by BI Norwegian Business School together with the United Nations. And we also participated in the McGill International Portfolio Competition, reaching a runner-up, reaching the finals. Besides that, Rosário, yeah, this is our last slide. So besides that, you have the other opportunities of networking in school. Of course, we run lots of master classes that are aligned with the program content, so that you can learn also from business practitioners and from companies how they actually apply the concepts that you learn in the MBA. So we really believe that combining a data and statistics master with an MBA will boost your career, because you'll not only be owning all the knowledge regarding the technical part of data and statistics, but also a good knowledge, how the company works overall. So not just operations, but also finance, marketing, and other areas. And also you will have intense training in people competencies. So how to do negotiation, how to be a good leader, understanding yourself a little bit better, but also understanding how to do coaching to the people that you work with, so that you are, that you get ready to get to leadership positions in the future. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Professor Moreira and Professor Blanc, for this very informative presentation. And now we will proceed to some questions. I'm not sure if we have any coming through in Q&A. Lou?
Yes, Susana, yes, we do. So one participant is asking, for first 3 terms, every student has to go with all the given courses, and in the term 4, they will get an opportunity to choose their specialization. Are they right about it?
It depends. So in the international MBA and the executive MBA, yes. So the first 3 terms are mandatory. All the courses are mandatory. Of course, you don't have to do, for instance, we have courses that are more quantitative, but because you have a data and statistic MSc, we don't require that you do the more quantitative courses. And then in the executive and the international MBA, in the executive MBA, it's a shorter program, so it's more condensed because it happens full time. So term 4 is actually for elective courses, and in the executive MBA, it's term 4 and 5. In the digital MBA, the electives start earlier, right, Rosário?
Yes, they start, actually we have two full terms with only electives. It starts around after half of the program. For instance, this year, that the kickoff was in October, on April, May, till the end of the year is only elective courses. The executive is similar to the international. We have a small amount, not so small, 8 courses that you can select among those in order to deep dive your knowledge in the areas in the fields that you think you need for your future and current professional life.
Awesome, thank you. Another question I have here is, how do international students apply for your program? Is there any language requirement?
So the international MBA is full in English. So the requirement is that you speak good English. So usually we ask for an English diploma, but if you don't have an English diploma, we also have someone that can do a test and evaluate your English level. So the program is fully taught in English. If you have worked or lived in an English-speaking country, you don't need such a certificate. And as I mentioned, if you don't have, we have someone that does a test. So we have does a conversation with you, and also requests a written assignment so that we can evaluate if you are really ready to do the program in English. All our students apply by going to Porto Business School website, and we have an enrollment process. So in the enrollment process, basically you submit your CV, you have to submit your academic record. And then we schedule an interview where we speak with you in order to evaluate, if the program really has a fit with you, because we think that, you only do an MBA once in a lifetime. So it's super important that the experience is the best for you. And we want to ensure that you have the right fit with the school and with the program, and that the program will really be a plus for you. I would just like to add that at the moment we have very good placement records. For instance, for the class that is now finishing the program, the graduation will be on the 14th of December. So the program hasn't finished, and we have around 75% of our candidates, our students, already placed in a new job. So grabbing opportunities all around the world, I can say. So in Europe, the job environment is very, very vibrant, and in Portugal in particular at this moment, even with COVID.
Yes, in the executive and in the digital MBA, it is mandatory to have a comprehensive and a level of English B2 in our standards, Portuguese European regulations. Actually, we will have the digital MBA totally lectured in English for 22-23. It is a new launch of the digital MBA, where we have two tracks, a Portuguese mixed with English and a full English track. And in this new version of the digital MBA, we will also have some weeks that not only one, like Berkeley, that is online, but we are going to have one university in South Africa, in Hong Kong, and another in India, besides the other that optionals, but those are included in the program. But some information, more detailed information on this will be disclosed briefly in a month. It will be published and available at the PBS website. So English is mandatory for us, or else you can't perform well in our
unless you speak Portuguese. For
yes,
the digital and the executive MBA, if you speak Portuguese, it's also possible for you.
Yes.
All right, that's great to know. So we may have just additional one, but for the time limitation here, so I think Susana, we can pass the floor to Sue, and if we have time left at the end, we can back to that one question then.
Right. Thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. Sounds great. Thank you again. And now I will pass the floor to Southern New Hampshire University, and representing that university is Dr. Susan McKenzie, Senior Associate Dean at STEM. So I will pass it on.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Susan McKenzie from Southern New Hampshire University, and it's my pleasure today to give you an overview of the offerings at Southern New Hampshire that you can leverage as a result of completing your certificate. Thank you again for inviting us. We very much appreciate that. So Southern New Hampshire University began as a very small college on Hanover Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, with its primary focus on accounting and finance. Over the years, it has grown tremendously. In 1971, they launched a full campus in the downtown Manchester area so that students could have a residential experience. And then in 2007, we offered our first complete college of online and continuing education. So today we are around 170,000 learners with over 10,000 employees and many faculty members in addition. So we've taken quite a large growth phase in the past years since 2007. There are many offerings at the university, both grad and undergrad. and there's students from all over the world that come to be a part of this experience. So our campus today looks a lot different than when we first started out. I've taught on campus. I've been a professor with the university since early 2000s, and I've watched the university change and grow and become quite a environment for our students to participate in. Our Learning Commons here is one of our newer buildings. In addition, we've also recently created a college for engineering and aeronautics and technology, and that building is also very new, modern, and very attractive for our students. A lot of students are attracted to the New Hampshire area because of its location, the seasons, a lot of winter sports, and many other beautiful offerings that the New England area has to offer. So what's the mission for SNHU? Our mission has been to transform the lives of our learners, and it is really measured by our learners' success. We do so by really challenging the status quo and providing the best support in higher education. So this has been our focus for a while. We look at each and every student's pathway and how to provide them a quality experience. We deliver the best-in-class learner experience that aligns with the current market need. That creates an opportunity for us to continuously be relooking at what the market needs in different areas. And as we've seen over the past 5 years, technology and the world we live in is in a rapid transformation and growth phase. We deploy the transformation for the technology in a next generation learning system. We're constantly expanding and evolving as the market needs it. And of course, the most important part is our student support and our career experiences. So as of 2021, we have about 170,000 active learners, over 200 program certificates and degree types, and many of them you can see on our webpage, snhu.edu. We have many graduate programs, many certificates. We're very transfer friendly. 94% of our students have a very high satisfaction rating. We had a huge commencement this past year that included 2 years of students because of the COVID-19. And it included 43,000 students graduating. So that's quite a lot of people that were able to catch up and continue to make their educational goals. Our class sizes are still very small. We do that intentionally. 20 to 25 is a very typical experience. And the other part that's really important to know as a student is that our alumni group grows just as fast, producing a wealth of networking and job opportunities and career partnerships for you. So we focus a lot on the career partnerships and keeping you immersed in the industry and having that ready connection so that you can immediately transfer your skills into the workplace. Many students work full-time while they learn, and it also provides them that opportunity to continue to earn a living and support their families. Over 6,000 full-time and adjunct faculty to support the student population. We have a large portfolio of partnerships and nationally recognized corporations, government, and community colleges. We have a lot of learning pathways that allow different ways for students to come into the programs. And our recent acquisition of McKenzie Academy and LRNG has allowed us to push innovation and education with micro-credentials. And so it creates the ability for us to continue to evolve our careers and our skills as we go into the marketplace. The micro-credential industry, of course, is huge at this point. And I don't believe education is a one and done. It never has been. You learn your whole life. And so the ability to go back and get certificates and degrees and competencies and credentials is a critical part of our future. So the program that I'm here to tell you about today is the Masters in Data Analytics. And the Masters in Data Analytics is just one of our master's programs. But this one in particular has the agreement with MIT X to transfer in. We have an articulation agreement. The program itself is rapidly changing as the needs of the industry change in data analytics and moving towards data science. But the program itself prepares students for careers in data analytics and data science. Covers descriptive and analytics, predictive analytics, a lot of visualization and presentation, and of course the data analytics life cycle. We use Agile Scrum management techniques so that students immediately know how to apply these skills in the current job market. As many of you probably are aware, today's businesses, government, healthcare organizations, manufacturing and IT, security organizations, among a few, are really wrestling with how to effectively leverage big data for competitiveness, risk assessment, mission critical decision-making, organizational effectiveness, just to mention a few. And data has been become increasingly difficult, particularly in an unstructured format and through very disparate sources. So organizations have been required to become more advanced in collection, storage, analysis, security, and reporting of data. In a recent program review, I looked at the job market, and I don't want to quote the number, but the number of opportunities and positions in data analytics and data science is absolutely huge. With the increasing demand to make the decisions with the data, there's such a need for these specialized skills in education to fill this talent gap that exists today. So we focus on that with a strategic use of the advanced data analytics across a broad area of industries. Many of our professors work in different industries as well, so you get the experience of knowing exactly what it's like in their day-to-day world. One of the more important parts of our program is the ethical use of data, ensuring appropriate security measures of data collection and storage. It's a key part of our program, and students engage in advanced techniques for protecting the integrity and privacy of data organizations and consumers. And we position our students to be a strategic asset for their organization by making that data immediately beneficial to strategic decision-making in any organization. So these are some of the key skills. I've talked most about them on the previous slide, but being able to really understand the data that we have and that rapid changing of how to make an effective business decision is a critical part of where we are in our technology transformation across the world. How do we make sure that we have the right data? How do we assess the risk and solve the problem? And keeping up with the technology and the different types of scripting and programming and environments we have is a key part of the whole puzzle that we're putting together across the world. So let's get to the good part. The Masters in Data Analytics has foundation courses or major courses. You can see here on the screen, Foundations of Data, Enterprise Data Management, Decision Methods and Modeling, Presentation and Visualization of Data, Optimization and Risk, Predictive Analytics, Advanced Data Analytics, and a capstone and also a project management course. In addition, as our program has continued to evolve into data science, we've been able to include Foundations of Data Science, Applied Statistics, High Performance Teams, Data Ethics, and just to mention a few. So we're always updating the program and increasing the offerings to give us the best in class of what's needed today in the industry. There's 36 credits in total. There are 2 foundation courses that are required that are not for credit. They are DAT 500 and SES 501. Those courses are data information management and then foundations in statistics. And most of the students that come in, I'm able to waive those courses for them either through credentials they've earned outside of the university or their undergraduate degree. So there are 9 courses, 27 credits plus 3 electives. The 3 electives can be either the ones I have listed here, or they could also be from our Masters in IT or our MBA program. So I immediately update a lot of students' programs based on their particular industry need and what they would like to focus on in the future. It allows them to kind of tailor it to the marketplace of their interest. Our tuition fee is $627 per credit hour or $18.81 per course. We have 5 terms a year for our graduate studies. Each of them are 11 weeks long. And most students take 2 courses at a time while they work or meet their family commitments. And with that, they're able to finish the program within 18 months very easily. So it's a great opportunity. That kind of recaps a little bit of what I said there. Learning to identify and apply data solutions is huge. Python, SQL, R, Tableau, building a professional portfolio. So what's the roadmap from where you are today to where we're going? All right, here are the courses that are offered in the MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science. And they transfer in for 4 courses in the program, up to 12 credits. So you're able to start out a little bit more advanced into the program. It's easy to qualify for transfer credits. You can initiate the request yourself within 3 years of completing the MIT course or MicroMasters, and just by going to the website and selecting the appropriate links, you're able to immediately have documents sent over, and I approve them pretty quickly. So you're able to start right away. So SNHU has taken a broad stance across a number of different universities. We are the largest online offerings of courses and universities across the United States, at least, and if not moving internationally. We have a beautiful campus location as well as the online environment, rapidly progressing and offering the best in class services to all of our students. If you have any more information that you'd like, you can reach out to me here. My contact information is right here on this screen, or you can apply through the link provided here and have an assessment of your work that you're doing. And with that, I open it up to questions.
Wonderful, thank you, Sue. I got a couple of questions here. So first is, are there any scholarship or fellowship available? How do I apply them?
That is a very good question. And yes, there are. There are a number of opportunities to apply for scholarship money. And when you apply, the transfer credit evaluation specialist will help you with that, and they will provide you those opportunities. They're really easy to acquire.
That's great to know. And another question here is, where are recent, graduates employed? What do most students do after their graduation?
That's a very good question. I don't have any specific data directly on hand that I could provide to you, but I could certainly provide that after the webinar and one-to-one conversations. Many of our students start working before they complete the degree. The need for data analytics and data science today is so very huge that most students are already working full-time in their industry, either before they start or during their career path. And we've had a number of different industries depending on the students' interests.
Awesome, thank you, Sue. That's so far the questions I got, and Sue's contact information is on the slide, so feel free to reach out if you guys have any additional questions. So back to you, Susana.
Thank you, Lou. And thank you, Dr. McKenzie. I wanted to thank everyone, all of the presenters, and this is our opportunity to sort of a last call for any last minute comments and thoughts that any of the presenters want to share with our viewers. Please feel free to jump in now. And if not, I know a lot has been covered. The presentations have been very informative, and we have shared all of the follow-up email addresses and the links that can be used by the viewers. I think then in that case, I will wrap up today's sessions. I will thank all of the attendees. Thank you for joining today. We have a slide that I think we can share, which has a number of different links from IDSS and the MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science programs. So here you will see all of the links that we want to point out. One is the links to all of the previous webinar sessions on pathway schools that we encourage you to attend to review all of the possible options. We also have the SDS website, a link where you have an FAQ and all of your questions can be answered. We invite you to view the learner videos for from all of the credential holders. Some of them are basically sharing their learner stories and what they have been doing since completing the program. And again, for any questions, please email us at idss-sds-mm@mit.edu. Once again, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the course forums.